Great, great. Come on, come on, come on, everyone. Come on, camera. This camera should be open all through the session, okay? So that I know that I'm talking to humans and not only Google Meet cells with a name and a pic. Cool. After you, Ayush, then, okay? 7:05, we're gonna start.
Okay. Till then, the audience can introduce themselves if they want.
Oh, yeah. Let's do one thing. Let's play a game. Would you like to unshare your screen, Ayush?
Okay.
Okay. Come on, guys. Come on, camera. Quickly, we have 5 minutes to play this game. I want every one of you on camera, whoever is on the call right now. Okay, great. Perfect. So I hope you recognize me from the poster which was spread through in the groups. My name is Ramnik. I'm one of the speaker. I'm one of the speaker, and I usually accompany me explaining about what is AWS Cloud Club in the beginning of the session. And you'll be knowing more about me and what we are going to cover today in few minutes. With that, I'm gonna call up names. What are you gonna do? You're gonna introduce yourself with your name, which degree in you are from, which college, and the last very tricky part, you have to tell us what's funny fact about you. Fun fact about you. Okay? Sounds good? Now everyone start brainstorming what's gonna be that fun fact. Okay? Cool. Let's get started with Madhav. Over to you.
Hello guys, hi. Am I audible?
So,
Yes, go
Madhav.
ahead.
Yeah, hi guys. My name is Madhav. I'm from BVCOE and I'm in first year now. I'm pursuing BTech in computer science and engineering. And a little fun fact about me is that I just took a shower for this meetup. That's it. Thank you.
Awesome. It's good. Good for you. Okay, awesome. Let's see. Ashuja, over to you.
My name is Ashu, and I'm from BVCOE first year EC. And the fun fact about me is I started cloud computing because I don't like doing BSc.
Wow. Nice. Many of the students will decide that to do now after attending this session, hopefully. But it's okay. Jokes apart, let's move on to the next. Saqib from Bangladesh, over to you.
Hi everyone, I am Sakib Ahmed from Bangladesh.
Hmm.
I graduated in 2020 and I'm working as a full stack software engineer in Australian company. And the fun fact is I want to learn cloud computing and cloud technology,
Hmm.
but not getting any proper support.
Oh, that's not a fun fact. That's a struggle. But don't
No,
worry, that struggle will be
no,
solved
no,
today.
that's a fun fact. That's a fun fact because like in Bangladesh, like there is a little group that are working in cloud technology or cloud computing, and they are not gonna share the idea with us, or they're not gonna guide
Hmm.
us.
Okay, don't worry. You're gonna know about AWS Cloud Club. So have a tie-up with a nearby college in Bangladesh and get started. Okay, awesome.
Apply to start a cloud club yourself.
That's amazing. Yeah, but he's a industrialist, so he's not
So you can
eligible.
do that. You can start an
Yeah,
AWS community and apply
there
for
you
that.
go. Yeah, AWS community group is one of the thing. Great. Let's see the people come on camera. Okay. Meanwhile, Maria, would you like to go ahead?
Yes, hi guys, I am Maria Benny. I'm currently doing third year in Integrated MSc Computer Science. I'm from Kusat, Kerala. And a fun fact about me is that last semester I had a course on cloud computing, but I'm still here. Thank you.
No, that's not a fun fact. It's all about exploration, new things. Perfect. Thank you for
Yes, yes.
joining, Maria.
Thank you.
Let's see. Anyone else? Would you like to nominate yourself? We have 1 minute left. No one. Oh man. Anyone? Swarnim, do you want to go ahead? Abhinav. Okay. Abhinav, over to you, and then Swarnim. Go ahead, Abhinav. You have to come on camera for that. Abhinav?
Hello, sir. Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
there you go.
I am also I'm a AIML student from first year Webs Delhi, and
Okay.
I do not know anything about cloud computing. I just knew it is exist and it is a uh, technique and it is a technology, and I want to explore it, but I don't get any formal or any valid or any good resource so that I can explore it in well. And it also sound me some difficult, so I thought let's take this session so that it becomes easy for me to
Awesome.
explore it
Awesome.
well.
100%. Yeah, Abhinav. Thank you for joining. Okay, perfect. Ayush, over to you. Let's start the recording and get started.
Okay, let's start the session. Let me present my screen. Okay, is the screen visible?
Yes, and I believe you're going to record it from the second
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
system.
I'm recording it from my second computer. So
Okay.
I welcome all of you to the first event of our club. That's Cloud Launch. In here we will talk about how can you start your cloud career journey. So first of all, let us introduce me and my club. So I am Ayush, the cloud captain of Bharatiya Vidyapeeth College of Engineering, and yes, this is our cloud club. It's just been opened. That is AWS Cloud Club, Bharatiya Vidyapeeth College of Engineering. And a little bit background about why I started this club. First of all, I'm very happy that I am hosting this event, the first event of our cloud club. So back in June, I started exploring cloud computing, and I started with Azure. There are some Azure skill challenge, if I remember correctly. It was on Microsoft Learn platform. I attempted that, and it was very interesting. The only bad part was that it was completely theory because I needed an account and credits of Azure to do the practicals in that, and I was not having the GitHub student developer pack back then, so I could not attempt the modules. And after that, I participated in the GDSC Cloud Study Jam, and I got more and more interested towards cloud computing. So till now, I have two experiences like Azure and GCP. Then one day, I attended the AWS Student Community Day at IGTTU, which is the first and the it was the first cloud club in Delhi. Now it's not. Now there are many cloud clubs in Delhi. So there I attended the event, and I was blown away by that event because the event was such a huge scale and it was organized by only and only students. So I was really impressed by that. Okay, all colleges host hackathons, which are huge events, but that event had international speakers as well, which was a huge thing for me. And after that, I applied to become a cloud captain, and I got selected, fortunately. And now here we are at our first event of AWS Cloud Club. So, what is a Cloud Club? It is a student-focused group backed by Amazon's academic advocacy team, AWS's team, and the aim of the Cloud Club is to enhance the knowledge of cloud computing among students and college students, particularly 18 plus. And the perks we get from Amazon is first of all the swag box, which we can redeem just after this event. We can redeem it one time a year after the first event. So that is one thing. But the more important thing is the vouchers that we get. 5 vouchers for our club members that we will get after the third event, so two more events. And obviously we can host a cloud club. uh, I think it's called camps, where we can explore AWS platform together, and obviously we can get speakers from the AWS community. And today we have Mr. Ramlik Kalrasa, who will be taking us through journey on how can you start your cloud club experience. So before I give a mic to him, let me first tell you about these two resources that I have included. Do check them out. If you are from GJSIQ, then you are eligible for Hack-On. You have to register on Unstop, and everyone is eligible for Deep Racer Student. It is a really fun event which will teach you the ML basics. So definitely check that out. And I'd like to I'd like to invite Ramnik sir to continue with the session. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ayush, and many, many congratulations to you especially and to your whole Cloud Club
Thank you, sir.
BVCOE team for getting
Thank you.
started with your Cloud Club. It's always excited to see how you all undergrad students from undergrad schools across the globe are actually taking the use of AWS community resources, which we are giving for building a more and more and more resources, and share back to all kids and students who are on the call today and all across the globe. Perfect. With that, let me get started with my screen sharing. And folks, before that, we have a thumb rule. First thing, if you have any question, feel free to drop in the chat window. I will be covering it in the last of the slide or between of the slides. I will be coming back to the Google Meet to see that. And you will be getting a lot of resources, links in the chat window. Feel free to save it right away. Or I guess Ayush, you can share it in the WhatsApp group afterwards, right?
Okay,
We can
I'll do
collate
that.
it together and then send it back. And what else? Be on camera, please. I already told you in the WhatsApp group, you have to be on camera so that I know that I am talking to humans. I'm not talking to Google Meet, only cells with the name and pic. I just want that in-person feeling. I already approached Ayush that next session gonna be in person. I will be there. I'm just based out of
Sure.
like half an hour, 1 hour from Delhi, not so far from you. And perfect. Hello, there we go. Entire screen. Perfect. Are you able to see my slide?
Yes, we're able to see. And I'm recording as
Okay,
well.
great. Perfect. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining for today's session. And once again, congratulations to BVCOE College for getting AWS Cloud Club. With that, today's session, we're going to talk about very basic of what is cloud, what is AWS, what are the resources you have as a student being part of AWS Cloud Club, and interaction with me on numerous questions, basically on the career journey. Rest, if you have any deep dive service question or something, we have other resources where you can go through, and I will tell you that as well. So my name is Ramnik. I am one of the alumni of AWS Cloud Club and a volunteer in a lot of AWS community activities and volunteer activities. If you don't know, May month 2024 is our global month of volunteering. So we are doing packing of the food for kids and ration packing, decorating the school walls, government school walls, and all those things are happening across the globe in Amazon during May month. And obviously, after May, before May, every month we do a couple of activities for pre-university students, undergrad, postgrad, research scholars, educators, and even the people who have taken a career break. We are helping them as well. I'm one of the cloud support engineer in AWS support engineering. Ayush, is there a background noise? Okay, can you like is it from you, Ayush? The background noises?
No.
Okay, fine, cool. So let's get started. So first of all, let's understand what is cloud before I proceed further. I would like to see raise hands if anyone would like to speak. What is cloud from your point of view? Anyone would like to step up? What do you mean by cloud? Simple definition. Yeah, Yatin, over to you.
I'm not aware much about cloud computing. I just know that we can store some of our data in cloud so that we can retrieve it from anywhere, like with just our account.
Mhm. Okay, perfect. So let's see what Alexa says about cloud. Okay, give me a second. And the video is up in a, there you go.
Hey Alexa, what is the cloud?
The cloud generally refers to the idea of cloud computing. With cloud computing, software and services run on shared computers that can be accessed over the internet, rather than running on your own computer or device.
Ha! So let's break that down. With cloud computing, software and services that you use every day, like this app, your movies, music, photos, emails, shopping, everyday life, are running on shared computers accessed over the internet. Instead of having to wait for physical items, you can access information immediately with a click of a button. Cloud computing powers many parts of our lives and is integral for our future workforce. The World Economic Forum estimates that by 2025, half of the global workforce will need to learn new skills, and 97 million new roles will emerge because of digitization. So if someone's interested in a cloud career, what do you need to learn and how do you get started?
On our AWS website, you can get started with relevant training and certifications. There are many things to learn on AWS Skill Builder and AWS Educate. You can learn how to build and host a website on AWS Amplify, make your site smarter with artificial intelligence, or connect to the physical world with an Internet of Things workshop.
You use the cloud every day without even realizing. If cloud technologies excites you, we'd love for you to give Amazon Web Services a try. Happy building, friends!
Awesome. So I hope you got the gist about cloud computing. It's all about sharing resources over to a shared space or dedicated space, but it's kind of on a place which you cannot see. That is called anyone? That
Cloud.
is called cloud data centers, something like that, right? And that's what we're going to discuss in more
Sure.
depth. So let's proceed further. So what are the benefits of cloud, right? We use a lot of we use Amazon shopping application, we use Amazon Prime, right? All kind of applications which are on the cloud. You have Zomato, you have Swiggy, anything, right? All the things are right away on your smartphone on a single click. Where they are hosting all these things, it's on cloud. Cloud is not the same cloud in the sky. Don't confuse yourself. It's a kind of a server in a data center, and that's what we're going to discuss more in the upcoming slides. So, what are the benefits of cloud computing? Now, if you know in software development lifecycle, or if you want to deploy a software, or even you want to deploy a server in your data center, it actually takes around 12 to 10 to 12 weeks. And with using cloud, you can just do it like this on a single click. You don't need to worry about the infrastructure on the backend. It's all about easy access to resources from infrastructure to Internet of Things, machine learning, data analytics, and so much more. And all the services, all the AWS services I will be talking about in the nearby slide, you will know what exactly AWS Cloud can give you the power to deploy your application, and it will be right away global. And if in case your application is kind of having a lot of traffic, a lot of users coming up, how many of you have played a multiplayer game, right? We have played PUBG and all other games, which is having multiplayer. Now you're sitting in your home A, and someone, your friend is sitting in their home across different borders. How they play it? They play it by connecting to a single server of the game, and you connect it, right? And that's a simple example of cloud. Now, in case on that particular game application, you get a lot of users, how are you gonna increase the size of your cloud, increase the size of your server because you have a lot of users to serve, you have a lot of traffic. And that's where elasticity is another benefit of cloud. It actually helps you out to provision only the resources you need. Let's say if you're having 500 user on your game application, it will be elastic 5 to 500 space, 500 user space right away on like automatically. You don't need to worry about the infrastructure as I mentioned. And if the users are less, it will automatically scale down to 100 or 10 users according to the traffic. All good? Are we clear with the cloud? What is cloud and what are the benefits of cloud? Can we have yes or no in the chat window? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
Yes.
Awesome. Great. Let's move on to understand what is AWS, Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services is a broad and deep platform with an experience of 18 years of experience, serving lot customers across the planet and even in the space. So we have built up and we have given resources to all our customers to build a very complex and scalable and secure application. Now let's hear what is AWS from a short video. Give me a second. 1, 2, and 3.
AWS is the world's most comprehensive and broadly adopted cloud platform. Millions of customers trust AWS to power their infrastructure and applications. Organizations of every type and size are using AWS to lower costs, become more agile, and innovate faster. AWS provides on-demand delivery of technology services via the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. You can use these services to build and run virtually any type of application without upfront costs or ongoing commitments. You only pay for what you use. AWS gives you more services and more features within those services than any other cloud provider. This makes it faster, easier, and more cost-effective to move your existing applications to the cloud and to build anything you can imagine. From infrastructure technologies like compute, storage, and databases, to emerging technologies such as machine learning and artificial intelligence, data lakes and analytics, and Internet of Things. Building on AWS means you can choose the right tool for the job. For example, AWS offers the widest variety of databases that are purpose-built for different types of applications. With AWS, you can leverage the latest technologies to experiment and innovate more quickly. We are continually accelerating our pace of innovation to invent entirely new technologies you can use to transform your business. Like pioneering the serverless computing space with the launch of AWS Lambda, which lets developers run their code without provisioning or managing servers. And AWS built Amazon SageMaker, a fully managed machine learning service that empowers everyday developers and scientists to use machine learning without any previous experience. We are constantly expanding our global network of AWS regions, so you can access AWS services to build and run your applications from anywhere in the world. Each of these regions has multiple availability zones that are physically separated from each other and connected by low latency, high throughput, and highly redundant networking. This makes it easy to design and operate applications that are scalable, fault tolerant, and highly available. Our infrastructure is built to satisfy the security standards of the most risk-sensitive organizations. You also have access to the AWS Partner Network, which has thousands of systems integrators who specialize in AWS services, and tens of thousands of independent software vendors who adapt their technology to work on AWS. With the largest community of customers across every industry, AWS has unmatched experience and operational expertise you can depend upon for your most important applications in every imaginable use case.
Awesome. I hope you got the gist of what is AWS and what AWS serves. And I would say the start of AWS was kind of a single spark of the idea in the organization in Amazon. And that's where uh, the organization, the leadership thought, okay, that can be converted into a specific ample of services which we can serve back to the customers, right? And soon we're going to discuss about different AWS services so that you better understand what kind of applications can be built on AWS Cloud. It's just a console, it's just a AWS platform where you log in and you get all those powerful services on a single click. Okay, so we are done with the what is cloud, what are the different benefits of cloud and what is AWS. Now let's get into what are the different advantages to move into cloud. And that's where we already discussed about agility. Teams can experiment and innovate more quickly and frequently. You don't need to worry about the infrastructure. You don't need to worry about putting your servers in the data center at all because cloud gonna take care of that. Cloud gonna take care. Okay, you need one server. Okay, one click, one server out. You just log in into it, develop your application, deploy it, and right away it is accessible globally in minutes. The second, you only pay for what you use. If you if you can take if you take an example of it, right? If I want to switch on the light, I just flip the switch and it's there, right? I can use it, and I will be charged for the bill for what I have used. Similarly, in cloud as well, it's only what you pay, it's only what you use, you're gonna pay for that. And it's having very lower upfront expenses. It's not any hidden charges. You only, if I want to say, like I want to deploy an Android application on AWS Cloud, you're gonna only give the expenses and the billing for the server where you're deploying it and the services which you're gonna use within AWS. Third one, elasticity, as we talked about, that you have multiple traffic, multiple users coming up on your application. It will scale up accordingly and it will scale down accordingly. And me as a cloud support engineer, I tend to work with a lot of customers with production environment where they are running on their business for banking application, gaming application, a lot other different industries. They come to us as a from their support center and they come to us and they ask us, hey, Ramnik, I'm facing this issue. How are we going to scale up and scale down? And I always say them, you don't need to worry about AWS is going to take care of that. And that's where you are concentrating more onto the productivity, how your application should look in the front end, and what are the services you're going to connect in the back end. That's all. And that's where you are having ability to focus on your business rather than the infrastructure. So you innovate faster. Correct? Let's move on to see how much globally AWS is and what are the different terminology we discussed in the video as well about AWS reason. It's just a physical location in the world where we have multiple availability zone. And what are availability zone? Availability zones consist of one or more discrete data centers, each with a different powerful servers, networking, connectivity housed in a separate facilities. Now, if I say I want to get my application up in India. So in India, we have different availability zone. I can just start my application, deploy it in Mumbai, Hyderabad region, and everyone across India can access that very smoothly, right? The latency will be more or less to the people who are there. And obviously, once you set up according to your application, according to your traffic, you balance your traffic, you're all good. And we have different services for that, such as AWS Load Balancer. Okay. If you think that any word is going out of syllabus, it's going jumping off your head, it's totally fine. It's just an introduction presentation today. I'm going to give you resources, what you can learn and get trained in a more deep dive manner. What are the different AWS services? What is cloud and all those kind of things. And be subscribed to the meetup link of different cloud clubs near to you. The one which we are having today, it's AWS Cloud Club, BVCOE. So go ahead and check on meetup.com where you signed up. Go ahead and join that club as well so that you can get notified on the upcoming events in each and every cloud club near you. Okay. Now, talking about the expansion, we are currently serving 33 regions. We are having around 105 availability zones, and we have 600 plus points of presence and across 250 plus countries. So you see if you're sitting in Mumbai or Delhi or Hyderabad or anywhere in India or across anywhere in the world, you just one click deploy your application will be accessible to all the citizens across the planet. And that's the power of cloud. Okay, a little bit tidy slide, but it's having a lot of information. Don't go with that. I will explain you what is actually AWS services, and then we will start from the bottom left. So AWS services, it's all about giving personality and power to your application, whatever you want. If you want machine learning into that, we have different machine learning services. If you want Internet of Things power in that, in your application, go ahead. We have IoT resources there as well, IoT AWS services. If you want security and compliance for your application, that my application should not be hacked by anyone, it should be fully secure, we have AWS services for security and compliance. As in AWS, security is our top priority. And we always work on the feedback of customers. We always work what customers want us. So there are a couple of 90 to 95% services on the slide which you see. It's all because of the feedback we receive continuously from our customers, developer, business, and enterprise customers. And rest 5 to 10% is all about innovation to the services which our customer might not be knowing. For example, AWS Lambda. It was not a non-service, or it was not a service which we got to know from our customers that they do need it. We create it and we innovate it for our customers that, hey, there's a service called as AWS Lambda. Go there and edit your code and deploy onto different related mapped AWS services, and your application will be up for the customers to use. So let's get started from the bottom left. Let me get a pointer. There we go. Hold on. Yeah, I hope you can see my pointer. I'm on the infrastructure on the bottom left. We talked about it. It's all about regions, availability zones, and points of presence. Now coming to the very basic and core services, which maximum of the services, maximum of the applications our customers use, that is compute, any maybe my laptop system, your own laptop system, it's kind of a compute power, right? You have CPU memory in that, you're computing something, you're manipulating something, you're doing some smart operations, machine learning, data science, anything. It's kind of EC2 instance, Amazon EC2 instance, and that is called as compute. We have different services among that. We have storage, we have Amazon S3, we have if I talk about databases, we have Amazon Redshift and RDS. Lot of DynamoDB is also another example of database networking. Now, if I take an example, you are sitting in your own private cloud. Many of us use WhatsApp, right? And if you take an example, if you're chatting with someone personally on WhatsApp, it's your own private channel. It's your own private communication, separate DM. right? It's kind of an metaphor of private cloud. And you can actually create your own private cloud using Amazon VPC, virtual private cloud. If you want it to be globally present or publicly present, such as our WhatsApp group, WhatsApp community group, where multiple people are there and they are talking with each other in the group. So it's kind of a public cloud. You have a network which is publicly accessible by anyone from outside. That is also can be set up, and same Amazon VPC is something which can be leveraged to set up private cloud, public cloud, any kind of restriction you want to apply into your network. As I mentioned, security is our top number one priority in AWS, and we help our customers to have their applications secure. We have different security and compliance services for that. We have monitoring, we have putting an encryption on the application if you want to use it, if you want to protect it from DDoS attack, any kind of thing. If you want for your application, we are here to serve you. Now, all of the services which you see on the above and the management tools, it's all about managing your business, managing your enterprise. And that's where these services can be explored and can be used right away without any, I would say, complexity. It's a kind of a documented services. Every single service is so well documented that you just go through, you have a hands-on activity for that. And soon, I guess Ayush has a plan to execute camps, as he mentioned in the introduction of Cloud Club. You
Yeah,
will
so
have hands-on experience. Yeah.
soon.
Ayush, would you like to highlight what three camps we are having in AWS Cloud Club?
There are many types of camp, like what they named as one was in agility. It was about AI ML,
Yep.
and I haven't read the descriptions yet, but there are
Yeah.
four
So
types of camps here.
correct. So
And the
I
camps
will
are completely free. You will get the access to the AWS platform for free in camps.
correct. So once you get into a camp, which will be upcoming activities in any one of the AWS Cloud Club you're part of. Now we are talking about BVCOE. So BVCOE Cloud Club will be focusing on the next workshop. They're going to have hands-on sessions. Speakers will be there to help you out to go through step by step, and you will have the access to AWS console during that particular workshop time. The camps include infrastructure introduction, where you're going to learn about core services. You will have introduction to AI ML services. We will have a separate camp for that. We have number of camps, and I will tell you how to access that, how to read all about those things onto a single platform, that is AWS community. And in the upcoming slides, I will talk more about it. Okay, talking about our customers, right? Many of us use Zomato. Many of you might have, I forgot the name. What was it? Subway? Yeah, Subway. I have been there. So I go to the counter. I ask them what kind of recipe they're gonna serve for me. They're gonna ask you a couple of things. You have an application to track what's happening, right? And they're gonna deliver you. You will see that LCD screen. You have their ordering application. Every single component, digital component of all kind of food industry, automobile industry, all those kind of industries, maximum are using AWS for their services to serve back to their customers. And many people ask me, why you are like so happy while doing a job in AWS as a cloud support engineer? I think as a cloud support engineer, obviously, the customers, are approaching to us with their technical troubleshooting issues. And what I'm doing, I'm just helping them to fix their technical infrastructure, what they have built up, to fix their application to come live. Indirectly, what they are doing. Let's say if a bank comes to me, if a food company comes to me who are on AWS and they are asking me, Ramni, please fix this. Our application is down, or our application is having some misconfiguration. Can you please help us out? If I am helping them to fix this, directly or indirectly, they are helping us all on the planet, right? If the food company is deploying their application, that food application is actually helping you out to get food served. They are solving some sustainable development goals on the planet, right? And that's what makes me always happy to be part of Amazon and AWS. And that gives me kind of a courage. And as we always say in Amazon, it's always day one. And daily, when I open my laptop in the morning and I see what kind of new problem statements customers are bringing, is always day one to learn daily. Now, coming to all these, like three of the customers you can see in front of you. Netflix, commonly used by a lot of us. They use AWS database services, analytics services, recording engines, video transcoding, and other things. They use around 1 lakh plus server instances on AWS to host Netflix videos, episodes, and all those things which you see in your Netflix application. Toyota, the automobile company, they actually can track all your vehicle journey. If you buy a Toyota car, you will have some application, you will go to a service workshop, right? All those kind of things are digitalized because of AWS Cloud. And our one of the most popular health, I would say, company, Moderna, there they prefer cloud, AWS Cloud, for having analytics, machine learning workloads. They do have all kind of data-driven operations. And you can take an example of anything. You have these all case studies in the link below, or even you can Google AWS customer case studies, and you will get to know what other customers are using what kind of services out of 300 plus AWS services, which I shown you in the previous slide. I hope we are all good. Do we have any questions so far? Yes or no in the chat window? Do we have any questions? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay. Can we shift EC2 instances from one region to another after we have created and started? Well, that's a very technical deep dive question, Suraj. Let's catch up afterwards because this session is very basic on the cloud. I just don't want to confuse other audience. Okay. Perfect. So let's proceed further. Okay, now it's the main part to understand what are the different resources you can use as a student, as an undergrad student, or as a young professional. We have this AWS community, and I'm going to share the link in the chat. There we go. So AWS community is a platform where you can get access to a lot of blogs, a lot of community articles, and the slide which you see in front of you, it's about AWS Cloud Club. And I'm really happy to tell you that AWS Cloud Club, let's give a refresh. AWS Cloud Club is for around, like, we have around 24,000 plus members. Those are all undergrad students, and all the colleges are having their cloud clubs. Number of groups we have 113, and we are actually spread up by 37 countries. It just recently started, and that's where I'm saying all the people who are non-BVCOE colleges and who don't have Cloud Club, go ahead and explore with Ayush to understand about the application process, if it is already up or if it is already finished. I better say wait for 2025. And meanwhile, explore participating in all other nearby Cloud Club to understand how these Cloud Clubs are running. And talking about the camps we were talking, serverless, that's one of the camp where you can understand and where you can deploy some application on AWS Amplify. You see this AWS Workshop Studio. These are the camps which we're going to learn in the upcoming session, and Ayush will be there with his Cloud Club team to host this soon. Infrastructure camp, where we're going to learn about VPC, EC2, S3, all common services. And machine learning camp, where you're going to learn about AI, machine learning, different use cases, how to develop application on that. And in the bottom, you see Indira Gandhi Technical University of Women, Philippines Regional Cloud Club, and number of cloud clubs across the globe. They are sharing their experience, their activities with us in AWS community. And you can see the success. You can see the events happening around, and there's no as such process to get enrolled in Cloud Club. It's all about finding a Cloud Club near you. Ask them if they can join as a member. Go ahead and sign up on their Meetup platform. That's all. Now, if you go down, you have resources. You have GitHub Learner Library. You have generative AI for beginners and different articles, blogs. And if you go down to the bottom, you have a portal for internship and jobs. And you can explore the career page here to understand if you have any opportunity for you, and go ahead and explore. If the job description sounds good, go ahead and apply. And on the left bottom side, you can see different community programs such as AWS Hero, AWS Community Builder, AWS user groups, and student communities. So that's the portal where you can explore about Cloud Clubs and other community activities. Let's see what do we have for Cloud Club introduction. 1 second, and I hope the screen is back up. Let's play this video and see what our Amazon Academic Advocacy teams is talking about.
We're the Academic Advocacy team. Of course, we have the best stickers.
We're Academic Advocacy team. Of course, we provide vouchers and credits and other great perks for you.
We're the AA team. Of course we're on Slack.
We're the Academic Advocacy team. Of course, we're going to refer you to the handbook.
We're the Academic Advocacy team. Of course we maintain the Student Hub.
We're the academic advocacy team. Of course we build epic courseware.
We're the academic advocacy team. Of course we help students soar to new heights.
We're the academic advocacy team. Of course we love students.
Awesome. So that's kind of a quick introduction about what AWS Cloud Club is and what Ayush and all of the Cloud Club's captains gonna bring all resources to you right away on your one click on a Google Meet or anything, any workshop, any in-person workshops if they're planning to execute. Let's move on to the next slide and quickly wrap up so that I have a space to talk with you. And on the count of 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. So we talked about AWS community, where we have applied labs, workshops, cloud clubs, activities, events, and more ways to learn from different camps, blogs, and spaces where people can answer your query. And one of the query which I saw on the EC2 instance, I would recommend that student to go on AWS community, make an account, and go ahead and submit into any one of the space where it's applied to that particular problem or question. Okay, so we talked about AWS Cloud Club. Ayush mentioned about it. It's a student-focused, peer-driven user groups for the people who are privileging age of 18 to 28, regardless of university status. And the benefits of captains and members, it's all about exam vouchers, certification vouchers, AWS credits, exclusive experience in partnership with AWS employee like me, special swag, stickers, professional coaching, and more. And that's all what you can do on a single click of sign up on meetup.com to a nearby cloud club, as I mentioned. And that's the link for it. So s12d.com, maybe Ayush, you can just pass on in the chat window so that people can bookmark afterwards. Now, yeah, thank you. Now, moving on to the main part where many of the people were asking me in the WhatsApp group that I want to learn how to get started with cloud computing, how to get started with AWS, how to get started with different specific domain if I want to learn. It can be machine learning, data analytics, anything. Let's go back to the browser and come to AWS training and certification. A simple domain, aws.training. What are you going to do? You're going to create an account. You can explore different learning library. If I go there, you have different workshops, different courses, and you can see all kind of courses, whatever you want. And you can just filter out according to your skill level, according to the role you're thinking to apply after your undergrad. You can find partners, you can find training format, what kind of training you want, and all of the things. Now moving on to our AWS Skill Builder, that is also kind of a learning platform where you have resources, where you have blogs, where you have courses, where you have videos, and obviously some of the quiz you see on the bottom, right? And these things are kind of which you can utilize in your cloud clubs and take the benefit of it, spread among as much as you can. And Sakib, you were mentioning that the cloud people who are in Bangladesh in your network, they don't share knowledge. I would say better come here and explore it for free. Now, coming to the certification, many of you might be knowing about it. Let's give an overview of that. Okay, hold on. Am I full screen? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so let's talk about AWS certification. So we have different level of certification. We have foundational, we have associate, professional. If you are just a student who is right now try to understand about cloud, or you are just entered into industry, feel free to explore about AWS certification, cloud practitioner. That actually covers you the basics of cloud and a basic introduction of AWS cloud. And then associate, if you want to become architect, if you want to get into operations, if you want to um, I would say work as a professional developer, we have certifications for you. And in case you are very much interested to explore about machine learning in deep dive, security services, database, networking, and data analytics, on the right-hand side, we have specialty certifications, which you can explore on certification portal. I will come back to that certification portal in a minute. Meanwhile, let's see what people are saying about it. The people, the IT leaders, the people who are in IT industry, they are talking that 97%, they say that it puts their company in a better competitive position because AWS is widely used by a lot of companies across the globe. When they use in their own application, when they're deploying their application, it's more use and it is having more competitive position of their own company in the market. And 91% they say that it drives innovation. You don't need to worry about the infrastructure. The team only concentrate on the development part and the deployment on a single click. And obviously, it increased productivity. As I mentioned, they're not taking care of infrastructure at all. They're fully concentrating on the productivity of development of application, serving their customers well. Because when a company, like if I say around 50 to 80% of the company's focus of setting up a data center in their on premises, they are kind of worried about, they're not worried about what customers are saying. They're just worried about their running their application. But using AWS Cloud and Cloud, basically they learn to focus on customers. They learn to focus on their application development and testing and deployment. And that's what this is a report by ESG white paper. You can see the citation in the below. That's from 2020. And I believe the percentage is more up now if you see the report. Now, before we move on, let's get into AWS certification. And if I go back to the main screen, there you go. So these are the different roles. If you want to filter certification by role domain, these are the different sources which you can get. And these are the benefits of training and certification. Many people ask me, why do I do a certification? Because it leverage and it actually helps you to push your own opportunities to yourself when it is on your portfolio. Now, if we move on, get certified, certification overview. And there we go. So we have foundational, as I talked, and we have solution architect, associate, professional exam, sysop, administration, developer, associate, data engineer. And if you want to learn about it, if you want to learn about it and get certified, click on that link on the logo of the certification, and there you go. You have the required information about it. What are the pricing? What is the duration? What is the exam format? And you have opportunities to prepare for the exam. You have the curriculum here on it. If I click on this exam guide, you will see the PDF explaining about what the exam is or comprises about, what are the topic, what are the different agenda it is focused. If you see AWS Cloud Concept, security compliance, core AWS services, and many more. You have the exam content, the format, and all those things. And I believe Cloud Club do have the agenda to talk about this separately on a separate session. So be stick to that. It's coming up for you. With that, thank you so much for listening me. I guess it was a very ramp up guide. What is cloud and AWS? But I guess in the upcoming session in Cloud Club, you will better know about it. And the link to join BVCOE AWS Cloud Club WhatsApp community, if you haven't joined so far, is in the group. Ayush might have shared it. And please, 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 as this is AWS Cloud Club BVCOE first event, give your honest feedback, give your honest views of what kind of camp, what kind of workshops you are looking for in the future. And obviously, the feedback to the session is always welcome in the feedback form. With that, you can connect me here. You can scan this, or I can get you the LinkedIn, or even you can Google me. There's no issue about it. That's my link tree. Perfect. With that, here we go. Now the platform is all yours. Come on video and ask questions related to your cloud understanding, AWS, what we talked today. If you have any queries related to your career journey, technical questions I might not able to take, but yeah, you have the platform, AWS community. Go ahead and ask questions in those spaces. People are there to help you out.
Hey
Ayush?
guys, so we are open to questions if anybody wants to ask any question from the session, and we have the group photo as well. But before
Yes.
that, questions, please.
Don't leave the call, okay? People
Okay.
often leave the call. We need to capture you in the group pic so that we see the happy faces, we see the curious faces, and we store into the history of AWS Cloud Club BVCOE. And I believe, Ayush, we can post this group pic on the meetup as well, right? We can add that
Yes,
photo
we
as
can.
well. There we go. You are publicly, globally visible once you come on camera today.
Okay, so let's take the group picture first.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Can we have every one of you on camera, please? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't leave the call. You won't get opportunity to network with me again. I'm going to leave the WhatsApp group right away. Just kidding. I will be able to talk with you in the group. I don't normally respect the personal messages because it's normally confuses me a lot of chats coming onto the personal DM. It's always difficult to manage, but any questions right now on this call are welcome. Meanwhile, let's take an Amazon Smile group pic. Can we have all of
Okay,
you?
so guys, for the group picture, I want you all of you to make a C like this. That's for Cloud Club. Okay, so you
AWS
can
Cloud
notice,
Club.
yeah,
Can we have all of
the
you
right
with
hand.
this? Come
Okay.
on, come on, camera. Mohit, to your
So,
question, it purely
everybody
depends
can make a
upon,
C like this.
yes. I will answer your question, Mohit, in a minute. Yeah, let's take the group
Okay,
pic first.
I'll take another picture.
No,
Let
Ayush,
me.
let them come first. Don't take in
Okay,
this random form. We need to count down, right? 3 to 1. Otherwise, they're gonna smile. They won't be smiling. Come on,
okay,
guys. Camera,
okay.
camera, roll,
So
action. Come on, guys.
everybody make a C like this, and 3, 2, 1, done.
Awesome. Now, any questions? Okay, one question from Mohit. Mohit, where are you? Raise your hand. Mohit, Mohit. I can't see you. Where are you? We can't see you. You have to come on camera. Okay, the question from him is, can I learn cloud computing in 3 months? Purely depends upon you. We have the resources, as I mentioned. AWS certification of cloud practitioner can actually help you out to learn about cloud computing and the basics of cloud, AWS cloud and core services. I recommend that you continue to attend the sessions in Cloud Club. They will be shortly covering about certifications as well in a more deep dive way. Otherwise, I'm going to give you the link of AWS Cloud Practitioner in the chat. It contains all the resources for you to learn. Purely depends upon your speed of learning. I can't say if you can learn in 3 months. Many people can learn cloud in 1 week. What are you going to talk about? Any other questions? Shubham, you were raising your hand. Okay, let's take questions from the chat. If anyone want to speak up, feel free to come on video and speak. Nityansh says, thank you so much for the event. Thank you. Which are the specific fields in cloud which doesn't require coding at all so that we can get our first job? Okay, the question, popular question to everyone. When I started AWS Cloud, you can actually take this as a tip. Cloud doesn't need any coding at all in the beginner level, not at all. Just go ahead and start preparing for your AWS certification of cloud practitioner, and you will understand where the coding is required, where it is not. If you are going to use AWS Lambda, obviously, a Lambda is a service where you're going to code, right? Without coding, you cannot use AWS Lambda service. So it purely depends how you're learning. But in the beginning process, I don't say that you're going to learn about coding or you want coding to be as a pre-requirement to learn cloud. Okay. Swanim says, should I knowing DSA or some specific language? Not at all, not required, purely not required if you are a beginner in cloud. Yes, yeah, Yatin, over to you.
So actually, I wanted to ask something that you gave us a link on of AWS.training. So like the basics will be cleared by this course, right? Or like we have to explore some other websites as well.
No, AWS training website is the sole website where you can learn more about it. The basics, you don't need to go anywhere else. You have all the courses, you have the blogs, you have the spaces, community. People are there to answer you a couple of questions while you are starting your journey with cloud.
Thank you. And so I have one more question.
Yeah.
So like if we are, I'm sorry, just a second.
Yep, no worries. Perfect. While taking another question, Abhishek says, can you share your experience with Amazon? You seem very passionate about your role and a guide to have. First of all, I always say to my audience whenever they ask me, sir, I want to become like you. Not at all. Please don't become like me. Become like your own unique path. Don't follow any footsteps. Try to be unique in your own way. I love my job because I love serving customers. I love talking with them. I always create new friends. Let me share your story. There was a customer who came on the call with me and he was having some technical troubleshooting issues with Kubernetes service, which I normally work on. I work on container services of AWS Cloud. And while I fixed the problem in a couple of minutes to him, and then in the last he mentioned, Ramnik, are you on LinkedIn? So you never know when the customer is going to say you this, and you can make new friends out of customers. And that's always like, I love to be there. I love to serve customers. I love to understand what kind of motivation they are having to use cloud. how they are solving a problem statement around the society using their application and using their organization use case application. Okay, that's the link for the survey. Meanwhile, people are asking questions. Go ahead and click on that pulse.aws very urgently into a new tab. Go ahead and fill up that quick 4 to 5 questions. That's all. Any other question? Yeah, Yatin, you're back. Go ahead.
Yeah, so actually I wanted to ask that are there some GitHub repos for beginners to get started with like cloud?
I wouldn't say
Unlike
you to.
cloud,
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah,
100%. We have a lot of AWS maintained GitHub repositories. We have a lot of sample applications. You can just first search for AWS-samples on GitHub or AWS Labs. All these GitHub repositories which you see are actually critical part of AWS workshops and the camps which the AWS Cloud Club gonna execute.
so like is there any specific language or like learning, or we can go
No,
ahead with any?
not at all. I told you if it's purely depends upon you. Yeah, I just shared you Cloud Club Learner Library. That's one of the wonderful resources you can get started with. It purely depends on the service you want to learn. If you want to learn machine learning, right, you should need to know the algorithms of machine learning before jumping into AWS Cloud. If you want to learn about how to develop applications in the front end and back end on AWS, obviously you need coding. Purely depends what you want to learn. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
awesome. Any other questions? Nice to have a couple of questions. Oh man, okay, nice. Okay, Sarun, where are you? I can't see you. Where are you? Where are you? Sarun, can you please come on video so that I remember your face? So yeah, recently I've been to Nepal for the AWS Community Day Nepal. I was representing the basics of Docker and containers, and it was really a great session, great audience, great people around. And thank you so much for those remarks. I think I'm on the track of DevOps learning. Can we get a chance to apply for AWS? If yes, how can we? Any tips? Very simple, careers.aws. Let me share you the link. It's on the AWS community, right? I just shared you that in a sec. Hold on. And there you go. Just go down to the bottom and you will see the student programs opportunities. And then you can go ahead, search for DevOps role, explore what's the job description, get prepared yourself, go ahead and apply. That's all the process. I also follow the same process. I went to a career page, I applied, I got interviewed. I was asking a couple of interviewers were asking a couple of questions and all those things. Now people will ask me how to prepare for interviews as well. Hold tight. These are the sessions planned up in the Cloud Club. Okay. Yes. Watch up on the Meetup app. Explore opportunities, events coming up. 18 May in SRM. Ayush, you are great. So 18 May, I will be coming in person in SRM University, Sonipat. So feel free type to on the meetup.com, explore different cloud clubs near you. Hop in, catch you up in the next cloud club session in person or virtually. I will be awaited to see you there. Any other questions? Come on. Sure, sure, sure. Looking forward. If you have a cloud club, I'm really looking forward to represent AWS there. Any other questions? All boys are speaking. I didn't see any question from girls. Girls, where are you? Come on, we need you in the STEM. Come on, speak up. Any last few questions?
I do have a question, but it is not related to the topic.
Go ahead.
It is off topic. Like I was going through your LinkedIn and I
Okay.
found that you are from HMR ITM, right?
Yes, I am a
So
graduate
my
of IB
question is,
University.
how you used to go there because it's very off.
Nice question. So
Because
it's
we
in the
might have
between
our
the field.
exams there next month. So
Oh, okay. So I'm not based out of Delhi. I'm based out of Sonipat, Haryana, and
yeah.
it's around 30 minutes from my home, HMR Institute. And maybe we can take it offline. I will tell you the Google Map link. I will tell you the pathway. I will tell you the bus
So,
services, all those kind of things. I will tell you how to reach my college. Okay. Does cloud computing need DSA? Not at all. It purely depends on what you're gonna learn, Shubham. Okay, perfect. Abhinav, sir, I want to know if any beginner to learn. So where should I? I told you it's AWS certification of cloud practitioner. That's where you're gonna kickstart your cloud journey. And if you need any help during that journey, AWS community is there for you. Okay, Abhinav, all good? Can I have the thumbs up from you? I can see you. Thumbs up, Abhinav. Okay. Aryan, yes. Speak up. Unmute yourself. Don't type. Unmute. Oh, by mistake. Okay, fine. Any other questions? Does it require a bachelor's degree or just pure skills to get into a job? Wow, nice question. You need to get a bachelor degree, right, to get into a specific company if you want to get placed. Even if you're a school student, I have seen a couple of students not working as a full-time employee because that's the eligibility of each and every job. Purely depends on the job and the profile you want to get into. So yeah, bachelor's degree is required. Nitish, you are a student, school student. What is it? Where are you? Nitish, Nitish, where are you? Do we have school students on the call?
Hello, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, no, no, yeah, so Nityansh is right. Actually, I'm working right now. I was into marketing and I'm thinking to, shift my job because I am from a technical background. I have 2 to 3 backlogs, so I was thinking if I should get a degree first and then apply for jobs, or else I should prepare for, cloud and then apply for jobs without getting my bachelor's degree.
Okay. So you are from non-IT background, if I got it right.
No, no, I am from the IT background, but I changed my field some years back.
Oh,
I
okay.
went into marketing. Yeah.
And now you want to return back to IT and cloud.
Yeah, my main purpose was to, learn some people skills because I was an introvert before. So
Okay.
I wanted to build up my people skills, my sales skills, marketing skills. That was the reason I got into this field.
Got it. So I personally recommend you, Nitinsh, degree is always required to see that you're skilled enough to that particular profile or you want to apply. Now you got into IT and then you move into marketing, then you are trying to shift into cloud. I strongly recommend you to get at least a bachelor's degree and then get a certification on cloud practitioner, the one which we talked, so that you get a gist of what is cloud and AWS cloud. And then you can go ahead and explore and apply.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Awesome. Shubham says, which cloud computing? Hold on. Let me scroll up. What kind of project we can make with use of AWS? Many, Abhishek, many. Just explore, just Google, read out customers' use cases. You will get to know how people are using, how customers are using AWS for their own application. Shubham, which cloud computing certification is best? For beginners, cloud practitioner. For people who want to deep dive into a specific domain like machine learning, data analytics, go with associate and the professional, and then the specialty certification. Purely depends. Explore the syllabus of each and every certification. You will get to know which cloud certification, AWS cloud certification you should go with. Okay. Yeah, Bhavishya.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask what is the demand of cloud engineers in the current market scenario?
Okay. I don't have the stats as of now in my mind, but if you see all the physical data centers from companies, maximum people who were on their own infra, they are moving to cloud, and that can only be done if you have a cloud engineer in your company. Simple. I hope I answered you, not directly with a fact and figure. You can Google it, obviously. You can explore opportunities, how people are, you can get to sense of how many jobs are available for cloud engineers across globe, across country, across your state, whichever applies.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for
Yeah,
telling.
no worries. Okay. Currently I'm into becoming a full stack web developer. Should I wait for completing my start? Purely depends upon you. Again, Mohammed, if I tell you if you want to work on full stack web developer, I believe developer associate certification is well for you. And DevOps certification, if you want to go with deployment as well, it's purely your choice. Explore the syllabus of the certification, start your journey. That's all. Shivam, hi Ramnik, I'm curious to learn about your experience working in AWS as someone interested in exploring career opportunity tech, hearing first and accounts from individuals like yourself who have worked at AWS and working as well would be incredibly valuable. If you're comfortable sharing, I would love to hear your journey. Okay, June, Feb 2021, 25th Feb 2021, I was interviewed with AWS for the profile of cloud support engineer. Individually, independently, I applied on the careers portal. I got interviewed. I can just share you URL where you can learn how interviews are being taken at AWS or Amazon. You can explore that link. Now, coming to my experience, I have been to the campus for a couple of times. It's work from home for me right now in my current role. Um, as I told, right, whenever in the morning, 7 o'clock, I open my laptop, I log in and I explore different cases, technical cases coming up into our queue and dashboard. When we pick up to serve those customers. And these customers are developer, enterprise, business, small to large scale of customers. The technical problems that they come to us that we are facing this issue. Everything was working fine. Why it is not working now fine? All those kind of deep dive and working backwards and innovating custom solutions for the customer that gives kind of passion, right? That's the passion of doing a computer science engineering degree, right? After doing a computer science engineering, you're getting into AWS and then doing all this kind of innovation on a global scale. Doesn't that sound good for you, for your sharing back to society? Obviously, yes, right? And that's what actually helps me out to get interested in exploring different opportunities in my current role, in talking with different customers. That has been my experience. And obviously, there's always day one in AWS. So in Amazon, I learn daily. I'm not just saying for the purpose of the session, I'm really saying it from my heart because that's what I feel. I cannot put up these things in my words. It's more into like getting into right away customers application, understanding their front end, understanding their back end, and then you are going step to step, hope to hope to help them what kind of misconfiguration they will be having. That's my experience. Uh, okay, that question I have already answered. Harshita said, okay, I believe that question is also answered. What are the much needed skills or more common skill to contribute in AWS itself? What do you mean by that? Suraj, where are you? We can't see you. Can you explain that?
Yeah, actually, I mean, like, how can we contribute to the AWS itself, like, in the backend, like how AWS itself built, like, in the building process of AWS. Like, I want to become a AWS contributor, like, where we can contribute to the core AWS, like building new applications in AWS itself.
I would say start from AWS community. That's where we are. Okay. Once you get to learn more about AWS, get all the certifications certified. I have a school kid in my connection. Saqib knows very well. Uh, so we have done a couple of activities with him. He's a 10th grader student. We invited him recently in AWS Bangalore campus when we were introducing about cloud to 9th and 10th grader students. You can check out Amazon social media handle and you can see my event there in a couple of weeks back, around 15th April or around so. We posted that AWS social media team posted that. So that kid is from 10th grade. He has started his cloud journey from 6th class and he has formed his own cloud company for training a lot of other pre-university students from its 8th class. Now he's in going to be 12th class and our own AWS leaders and myself itself, when I went to his home, we convinced his dad and him and his mom, please, please, please get all the certification of AWS. We really need people like you who are in school and motivate other kids around your network. And that's where I guess it's kind of it's always there. AWS community. It's the platform where you can kickstart your contribution to AWS, get certifications, become AWS hero, participate in community groups, user groups, cloud clubs. That's the getting started guide. And open source, as I told you, have different AWS GitHub repositories. Go ahead and explore the services. Go ahead and explore the features we have in different services. Those are open source. Go ahead and contribute directly. Which AWS certification do you have? So I'm little illiterate on that. I'm on the process because I don't need actually that for my current profile. Whenever the need will be there, I will be going to spend and finish off all 11, 12 certifications. Right now, I'm only certified for Solution Architect Associate, where I actually get the gist of how to serve to customer. What are the different use cases comes from customer on security, infrastructure, monitoring, database, all different pillars of use cases. I hope that answers your query, Ashu. Sake, will AWS certification like cloud practitioner helps to work in other cloud service providing company? Yes. And Sakib, I will tell you one resource which we have for people, for the professionals and the folks who are in non-IT domain and they want to get started with their cloud journey. AWS Restart. You can get started with that. If you are a young professional, if you are working in non-IT domain and you want to shift into cloud, you have the opportunity there. You can sign up for the training there, and folks from AWS, folks from the partners and members of AWS Restart organizing team can help you out to get started with your journey to get into other cloud serving service providing companies and indirectly our customers who are using AWS. Awesome. Any last one question? If this hypervisor is used, is this available online so that we can set? Okay, that's a very technical, deep question. No, I am not aware of that. Sorry about that. I don't serve in that particular service. That's a compute question. I work in containers. Better ask this in one of the community space, AWS community, the link which I shared you before. Ask this question in that community spaces. Perfect. It's already 8:11. I will give the opportunity to thank Ayush and AWS Cloud Club, BVCOE Cloud Club, newly formed today with their first event. Congratulations to every one of you who are in the organizing committee and putting up a lot of efforts to get this started. I know because I've been volunteer for last 8+ years. What are the different blood and sweat goes around in setting up a meetup.com link, setting up all this Google Meet link, setting up spaces in your colleges, finding a speaker, auditorium booking, all those kind of things I'm very much familiar. Hats off to all of you who are working to kickstart this cloud club. And I really see uh, my main personal intention is to get AWS Cloud Club from 23 or 24. How many members we have? 24, 3 to 8 right now, to 50,000 at least for this year. And so let's get started to get more and more member enrolled as a member in cloud clubs. And that can only happen if you all sign up on meetup.com cloud club and participate in all these activities happening actively. And it's not for only for the sake of increasing the number, it's the sake for you to develop yourself. And that way, are you sure to you?
Thank you, sir, for joining and sharing insights with us. And thank you, all of you, for making this a great event. This is our first event. Please make sure to fill the feedback form. That is really important to help us plan the future events. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Harshita. And please join the WhatsApp group as well. I have dropped the link in the comments. I'll drop it on Meetup as well. And we'll dispatch all your participation certificates by tonight. And once we get the swags, you can get them also if you are from Bharatiya Vidyapeeth College of Engineering. Thank you, everyone, for joining. That's all from my side.
Thank you, guys. Please take care. Good night. Bye bye. Catch you
Good
up
night,
soon.
everyone.
Bye, sir.